Different types of screws. Whole point of a screw is to join two things together, similar to a nail, except a nail has a smooth shank to it, where a screw has an inclined plane wrapped helically around a shaft. So these happen to be decking screws. There are literally thousands of different types of screws, so I'm just going to go over a few basics that we use all the time. Deck screws are made for exterior applications. They have a coating on them. It could be paint or ceramic. And notice they have what's called a angled head. It's like a wedge shape. This is meant to drive into the wood and go below the surface or flat. Where this screw has a pan head or flat. It's designed to come down and touch the surface and stop. That's a major difference that you need to know that helps you pick which type of screw you're going to use for your project. So the decking screws can have all types of different threads. You can notice the thread on this one almost goes all the way to the top. This one does not, because as it passes through one piece of wood, like putting together a deck, you have your top piece and then you have your joist. It's designed, no threads here to pull the top piece down to squish the two pieces of wood together. If the threads go all the way up, there's a gap between the two pieces of wood, the gap will stay there. So those are external screws. You also have exterior screws, not external. So these are interior screws. These are called drywall screws. Yes, you can use decking screws indoors. This is what I use pretty much for everything except drywall. Drywall screws are very cheap. They're very thin. They have a Phillips head on them, where the exterior comes with you can get Phillips head, square. This happens to be a Torx or T25. Looks like a star. Drywall screws cannot be used outside. They will rust and break. So they come in different lengths. They also come in different thread sizes. This is coarse thread, and this one is fine thread. The difference is coarse thread is designed for the drywall to go through the drywall and into wood. Like this. The fine thread are designed to go through the drywall and into metal. However, you can use the fine thread on wood. It just doesn't grab quite as well. But you cannot use coarse thread on metal. It will not hold. It will just slip. Again, these have the angled head designed to drive through. Then I've got what's called construction screws or lag screws. So these are much thicker, heavy duty. These are designed to go through larger boards or even 4x4s or 6x6s. They are coated in order to withstand the elements, or treated wood. Some of them are even stainless steel so they don't rust. And then this would be called a lag screw also, but it has a bolt head. Again, there's thousands of these, so we can't possibly go over all of them, but these are the basics. Finally, here we have concrete screws. So they're usually blue or green, just indicating they're for concrete. They have a different thread to hold them. You have to use a concrete drill bit, which is just a twist drill bit with a different tip in order to break up the concrete. And you would be using a hammer drill in order to put them in, and it's just a larger drill, and not only does it spin, but it also has a mechanism in there that actually hammers this forward in order to break the concrete in little pieces. It's very important to use the exact drill bit size that they tell you to use in the instructions. If you don't use the exact size, it will not hold at all. And when you put it in the concrete, you put it in until it just touches and stops. Otherwise, inside the wall, this will continue to spin, it'll break the concrete, and it will not hold anything.